coming up?
Um, I'm sending it to somebody. I ain't pulling it up.
We'd rather start live, y'all.
Okay.
Hi, this is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. Along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Hi, this is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. Along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. I am the host of Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. Good morning for those who are about to get up and grab a cup of coffee maybe, or go downstairs because they had a hangover last night and maybe done some things. But we up, so we want to also give that. Well, today's show, we know that Dr. Rock won't be here today because she's in New York City in the Mecca of one of the biggest fashion shows in New York City today. So we want to give a shout out to Dr. Rock. But, you know, we got a outstanding here. This beautiful young lady is awesome. But also, we got a phone call real quick. You know, once we get on the phone, be bopping. So we're going to get into that.
Philly Hot Radio, Whistle while you work, caller.
Hello, this is Dr. Rock calling. Philly Hot Radio.
Dr. Rock. Oh, in the house. How you doing, Dr.
Yeah, I'm calling. I'm here safely in New York, and I want to thank y'all for your prayers. And
go ahead.
Yes, so just calling to say hello and hold up the fort, Showtime. And is there some bird on here? Some bird?
Hey, Dr. Rock, how are you? Good morning, good morning.
Good. Hold up the fort, y'all.
I'm
do your
holding it
thing
down
today.
Well, Dr. Rock, we want you to do great job out there in New York City. Also bring some connection back, and I want you to walk that walk, what you've been doing. You've been prepared.
I'm a slay. Okay. I'm definitely a slay. All right? I'm a slay.
Well, we want to thank you. Everything is set up. We are live on YouTube channel around the world. So we want to thank you, Dr. Rock, and we're going to do a great job, and you're going to be cheering us on. Your spirit is here, so we want to thank you so much and have a nice.
Well, thank you, Sunbird, for being here today for us, and I appreciate you. And Showtime, you got a good host next to you, and I know y'all going to do a great job, definitely.
Well, I thank you for having me. I'm filling in on the shoes for Dr. Rock here. I'm filling them shoes. Right now, you're going to walk that walk up out there in New York, though, for us, right?
Yeah, do that.
Yes. So I'm a slave for Philly Hot Radio. I'm letting y'all know I'm a slave for Philly Hot Radio.
Oh,
Okay.
You going to wear a hoodie down the walk with something? Can you wear one of Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work hoodie down there? With a pair of nice jeans and a nice heel. We want to thank you, Dr. Rock. You have a nice day.
Right.
We're about to get into the show. Thank you so much,
Have a good
Dr.
one.
Rock.
Whistle while you work.
That's right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was Dr. Rock, ladies and gentlemen, the co-host of Philly Hot Radio. She's been with us from the day one of building this thing. We know that this is a team effort. So let me get back to Sunbird. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-host for today's show, she's an actor. She's a book published. She's well known in the city of Philadelphia and mostly a part of the United States. She loves children, book stories. She has so many. Also, she's a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the hottest upcoming stars in the city in this region, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys. Well, thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for the invite of allowing me to come in and co-host with the one and only Showtime, the hype man. Where did we come from? We came from the Dell, right?
Yeah, we came from the Dell.
We came from the
Music
Dell,
Center,
yeah.
And also Rick Watson introduced me. know that, and I remember.
Actually, it wasn't Rick Watson that introduced us. It was Rick Harris that introduced
Well,
us.
there's so many Ricks out here. And I gave somebody a free advertisement.
Yes, he did.
I just wanted to make sure that you was up this morning. See, 'cause you know,
I'm up.
Okay, good.
So,
we're back now.
so let's give both of them a shout out. Good morning, Rick Harris.
There you go. Thank you.
I think Rick Harris is out of town up in New York somewhere too. We're gonna give Rick Watson a shout out too. Good morning, y'all.
Yeah, good morning. So, son, our audience want to know what gave you the Hot Radio, because you could have said, where do you see where Philly Hot Radio is going? Because I know that you have an eye for talent, good thing. Even though me, you have done tried to build a platform. But they want to know a little bit about you before we get into the Sunday Beautiful Mind. This is your opportunity. And we are live on you. So those who are in Australia, New York, Canada, we're asking you to call. What's the phone number?
The phone number is 484-477-6348. Give us a call. The number once again is 484-477-6348. Give us a shout out.
There you go. Wait, so this is something you people want to know who you are, because this is your first time on the show. Come back with me and Dr. Rocket, along with Sharon. We don't want to forget. Sharon also helps out sometimes too. It's important that we acknowledge her if she's watching.
Absolutely. Like I said, once again, thank you guys for having me on the show. I have known Showtime the Hype Man for some years now. Back in my music days when I was touring and all that type of stuff. I started out in this business as a singer, singing from the age of I'm gonna say 7. 7. And as I got older, I started really writing my own music and performing. And as I did my full CD, I needed somebody to help me get that word out there. One of the big promoters, and Showtime the Hype Man was introduced to me. And we was pushing my album, self-entitled Son. And I had a wonderful producer. His name was Ricky Harris, and I had a lot of wonderful people that were actually on the album, singing along with me, like 310. I had oh man, so many people. I can't even remember all the people that I had on that album. But that's where I started out, and that turned into a whirlwind for me. And it kind of turned me off from the music industry. So I'm like, you know what, let me get into acting. Let me start this acting thing. And when I started that acting, I did some acting as a child. And I also studied it in college. And I wound up meeting some wonderful people in the field, doing a lot of stage plays. I did some theater. Then I started writing commercial segments. I wrote, produced, and directed a reality show, me and Naquetta. And another girl named Michelle. We had a fabulous time producing that reality show. Crazy, crazy times. But that carried me on and went into writing books.
We have a. Did you bring any of your music? Because you said it's important that we can play.
I do. I don't go anywhere without my stuff. One of the names of one of my favorite songs on that track was called "Wrong But Right." It was a personal track at the time, and a lot of backstories behind it. But we won't say that for another time.
Okay, well, we're gonna play one of your songs. What we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play one song live on Philly Hot. You.
Keeping it up live.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Kenny, I'm shouting out some people here. Tan is on the line. Wilfreda, hi. Hey, Gil, how are you? Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Jill, hi, sweetheart. How are you? We got Maria, G.I. Jane. She's doing her hustle. Felicia Wilkins. Felicia fabulous singer. She be doing her thing. Thank you guys for tuning in as we get this song loaded up here.
I need you to know this love is done.
Everybody's
It's over. Tell me, how does it feel? How you like that now? Turned out, look what life has revealed.
we got it up in
Words won't you saying now what's bye-bye. Watching you and seeing just how it feels. How you feel? So how the love trying to make sure it's secure. I ain't doing it no more. I got tired of chasing. It's over. It's done. Won't let you keep making a fool of me. No. Nah.
This song was
So here's how it goes. Do you go back? Not into the past. Thinking all the wrong you did to me. I wanna let you know I got over the hurt. Now I'm singing to a whole new melody. Do you go back? Not into the past. Thinking all the wrong you did to me. I wanna let you know I got over the hurt. Now I'm singing to a whole new melody. Stop picking my phone, you're letting me.
So that's a little bit of Sunbird. Let y'all know that the multi-talent, this lady. But we're gonna get into the show right now, but we're gonna go in and out, playing some Sunbird songs that she recorded, and I see that she's speaking energy level. Son, you have done so much books, children books. You have done so much. We really appreciate you. Either you deserve support in the city of Philadelphia for all the things you do. Also, we're gonna give a
Oh,
Let's give them a
absolutely.
shout out, please. It's
Absolutely.
important
Shout
that
out
you-
to my mama.
Yeah,
Shout out to my brother.
I get that fried chicken wing for mom now.
Yeah,
I did
look,
something
look,
good.
look,
I
look.
remember mom.
These are the people that hold me down in this business, because in this business of entertainment, we can't do this without help, and it's good to have our kids' support, because we're leaving the homes. My man, Scott, he gives me that support. My brother is always my financial backer. You need somebody that can fund these projects. If you don't have it, you have nothing,
That's correct. So what we're going to do, our announcement, those who know that Platinum Entertainment, friends, their brothers, want to give it out also for OP Production. We have a lot of things going on in the Broadway Atlantic. And I don't know a lot of people, when Platinum does things, it does.
outstanding
I want
shows.
to
Yes,
give
they
a shout
do.
out to my brother and my friend. Those who know, Billy Ingram is my friend and my brother. Also, OP Production and holding it down. We are doing a lot of things in Atlantic City when Atlantic City was really going. But Platinum came over 10 years ago, home for R&B, Afro. But what happened is, because we get music and people keep saying what they sing, but we got a great lineup of. So
We do.
So, son,
Yes.
I'd like you to give out the
Yes.
the Valentine's Day show.
Yes.
So, who's going to be on? This is on February the 15th.
February the 15th, that's a Saturday, for the Valentine's Day concert. We have Kiki Wyatt. We have Next. We have Stokely and Johnny Gill. You're talking about an awesome show. That's an awesome lineup. Oh my God, I seen Stokely at the Dell. Oh, that boy, he tore the floor up. He tore that stage up. Kiki, that girl got some lungs on her. And I just seen a story on her recently where she talked about her son, and her son, not doing very well physically, health-wise. Mm-hmm. And she had an awesome testimony in regards to him. And she sang, I forget the gospel song that she sang, but she sang this gospel song, and it just touched her heart, because, sometimes you don't know. These doctors give you one diagnosis, and hey, you can live beyond those diagnoses of what those doctors is calling, so.
Well,
yeah, she has an awesome
for
testimony.
those who don't have tickets, you can call Showtime the Hype Man. What's the phone number to the radio station?
The phone number to the radio station, again, is 484-477-6348. Give us a shout out.
Also, the Slow Jam. Intruders. Bloodstone. Peaches and Ow.
Listics.
Let me tell y'all something. Give a show. Y'all know that we start
Yes.
So this is going to be a great show for Valentine's Day weekend. If you haven't got your tickets, you can call show Hype Man. So we want to make sure that we are putting out the best Platinum Entertainment, giving a shout out to Platinum Entertainment. Also, get your tickets. All different radio stations are promoted. So also, we have another show coming March the 7th.
March the 7th, we have the Millennium Tour 2020.
Say again.
The Millennium Tour 2020.
Wow.
Guess who that's featuring?
Who?
That is featuring Omarion and Bow Wow. OMG.
Say, you mean Face Off?
Oh, Face Off. Like these two guys together that's going to be an awesome show. An awesome show. We got to make sure
Who's
we
the
up in the
special
house.
guest? They got a
The
special
special
guest.
guest
Come on.
will be Ashante. And guess what? I just seen her. She was just here in Philly, maybe about 3-4 weeks ago. That girl, she ripped the stage. She did an awesome job. But you got to come check this show out. Saturday, March the 7th at the Learcore Center. It's going to be an awesome show. The Millennium Tour 2020.
See what we're doing.
Yes. Awesome show. Get your tickets, guys.
Get your tickets. You can call Showtime the Hype Man or OP Production in Wilmington, Delaware. We're going to be promoting all these shows all the way to the last day. It's important that you understand what Showtime the Hype Man doing. Also, Mother Day show at the Broadwalk Hall, Atlantic City. Fantasia so far, and Keith Sweat and many more artists will be. Also on April the 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let it up. Broadwalk Hall, Atlantic City. That's right.
And who's the Mother's Day show? The Mother's Day show is the one and only. Is that Billy Ingram? Billy Ingram. Every year, Billy Ingram puts on a fabulous Mother's Day show. It's one of the biggest shows that hits Atlantic City. You know, I've been for that show one year, and it was just awesome. I mean, after parties, fashion shows, all kinds of stuff. Shout out to Bill.
Yeah, so we'll give a shout out to Bill and Platinum Entertainment, his partners, and those who have helped him out. Because without a team, nobody is. So we got the lineup, we got the entertainment part. I'm gonna talk about what I've been doing all week. What I've been doing, I've been still exercising, eating the right food. But those who know that it's important for health, because the wealth is on.
Yes, it is.
But what I've been doing, I'm paying attention of my eating habit and being great when I go to the supermarket, and when I skip the McDonald's, the Wendy, I'm not giving them free advertisement, because I understand now that as I get in the age of being aware, and I'm aware of my health now. So for those who shout out Showtime, I've been doing a lot of things, really paying attention to my spirit and paying attention to success. And I tell a lot of artists and a lot of people that marketing is, you got a lot of Afro-American artists in the city of Philadelphia that want to be, but they don't want to put the work in. And black folks, why are we always shy, don't want to be in the media? Social media is one of the most powerful vehicles. I take advantage of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel. See, rich folks and billionaires, if you look around, they all on social media. And it's important for y'all that's watching us for the first time and those who've been fans of us. I'm urging our community, here go a black radio show, Philly Hot Radio. We're trying to build something. No, it's not 106, what number you are. No, this is a social media platform. And we're doing things that most people cannot do. So I've been working hard. I'm in the gym. I want to make that clear. I'm in the gym. I'm back up at 245. For those who know, that's 245 plates along with the bar. Incline flat bench.
You get that shot out there, right?
Also, I'm doing 30-minute cardio Olympian. Then I jumped. I just started running on the treadmill. For those who 50 and over, if you work on your health, I guarantee God will give you 10 years back of your life.
Well, what about if you under 50?
Well, if you're under 50, you just keep watching the 50 people. And then the 60 watch the 50. So it'll go on and on and on. So I'm just reading with my age. I don't know how they think at 30 and 40. When I was thinking at 30, 40, I was on that old wagon.
Okay. Look, yeah, we definitely got to get that health in there. You know, I just stopped eating meat not too long ago, and
What about the cookies?
see, here you go with these cookies. Look, Showtime, no. Anywhere I go, I always had a pack of
She had a
cookies.
bag of cookies in the car. It wouldn't give me none either. I said, she have a bag of cookies. Wouldn't even offer me one. I said, son, I don't believe that.
I love cookies, y'all. I am a true cookie eater. But yeah, I have cut down on the cookies. I don't carry cookies with me anymore.
Okay, good, okay.
But yeah, I've cut that. I've stopped all meat. Actually, I grew up like that, so it wasn't really hard for me to do. But just getting back into that and all the fruits and vegetables that we need inside our systems, you know, keeping us healthy. It's hard once you get a certain age, you know, unless you have a metabolism that's burning strong. And mine don't seem to be doing that too much nowadays. You know, like I'm putting hips and stuff on and all that type of stuff going on. But it's rough, you know, trying to keep up with business, keep up with your family, and then get into the gym too. But you know, we work towards it and try every day. When you fall off that wagon, you jump right back on, right?
I know that's right. So what we're gonna do a commercial. Then we're gonna introduce that have here today. So we're gonna do a little bit this. So we're gonna do a little commercial.
Yes. Right back with you.
Tell me what's wrong with you now. Tell me why I never seem to make you happy. Oh, heaven knows I try. What does it take to please you? Tell me just how I can satisfy your woman. You're driving me wild.
What's the date of that?
Break up to make up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools. Break up to make up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the hottest tracks and stylists that put them on the map around the world. So we're gonna get into our interview, into our guest. Son, can you introduce our first guest?
Yes, I have in the studio with me the one, the only playwright, director, producer, Mr. Bilal Islam, in the house with me. And he brought somebody in with him that a lot of people know. It's my brother, Mr. Storm. I call him Stormy Weathers. We welcome y'all to the studio today. I just want to say thank you for coming in. And if you don't know, Bilal is one of Philly's greatest playwriters.
Thank you.
I have worked with him on a number of occasions as an actress and also as a stage manager and director.
Yeah.
He's done so many productions. Bilal, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. Mr. Hype Man.
Yes, sir.
Son. Well, you know, son, you know me. I've been writing, like she said, for a while now. Started writing in 2010, I think. Son and I, we did my first adult production called "How Could You Do This to
Could
Me?"
you do this to me? Yes.
Yeah, she
yes.
sang on there and blew it away. Did a Patti LaBelle. And everybody was like, "Who that singing?" I was like, "That's son," And and been writing ever since. Met a group called Childhood Lost, and been writing with them since 2012. And it's just been nonstop.
Well, let me ask, what actually got you into the business of playwriting?
Well, actually, my youngest brother passed away. He and I did a lot of sports together. And
Okay.
then when he passed, sports wasn't the thing anymore.
Wow.
And I said, well, let me try something different. I wrote a book, and it was called The Day of the Blizzard in 2009. And, got some royalty checks, and I was like, this is pretty cool. So I said, let me try something else. I went to performing arts, took a writing class and an acting class, and into the contest and won. And
Oh, awesome.
been writing, wrote this play called I Am Somebody.
Okay.
And a young lady by the name of Dolores Mills asked me to do the production with a group of children. And it was challenging because it was for actually 16 and up, and these children was like 7 to 12. So
Wow.
it was a little challenging, but
Yeah.
Rick Watson, that was my first production, so I asked Rick Watson to come aboard with me, and he showed me how to do it, and I've been moving ever since.
Good. So let me ask you, for as long as you've been doing plays and writing, do you have any interest in film writing?
Well, actually, I just shot my first film I think it was 2 years ago. We're waiting for the production to complete editing and everything. It was called The Way to Hustle. And, my man Storm was in it, and a few other people.
Hey, Storm.
So, I like to ask you a question. Important for me. I want to go back when you were 18 years old, because it's important for audience to roll out. What stuck with me, I like your realize that as a but I can see that you're still dreaming big.
Yes.
I see that the oil of your pen and all the stuff that you've been through from 16 to 25 and 30s and
Yes.
I want to ask you a question. The viewers that's watching us around the world want to know, how did, when you first started, when you had that pen and that pencil, what mood swinger, what direct you that knew, or was other people that inspiration or gave you some guidelines to give you that structure, or did you knew you had a gift? Because a lot of people don't talk about gifts. I know you got. Like, see, and build this radio. We like. I know all that stuff is good, but I like testimony. Give your audience and the view that's watching us just a little bit of your testimony and where you at today. Just a little bit. Then we're going to get into the other interview.
Well, I grew up in South Philly.
There you go.
And growing up in South Philly, we didn't have a lot of role models. Our role models was drug dealers. So
It's okay.
that's where it was at, and then, I lost my oldest brother. And when I lost my oldest brother, I thought I was a man at 17.
Come on.
And I wasn't. And I wasn't. And I thought I was doing man things at 18, and I wasn't. And then when I turned 21, my mom, who was still around at 94, started telling me, if you want to be a man, act like a man. So I really didn't hear, I really didn't hear it till I was about 23. And when I turned 23, got my own place. And, 24, 25, I started writing. And there's no one in my family that does anything like this. So when you say the gift of writing, I would say that God actually gave me the gift. But at the same time, God gave me like 12 siblings. So I had, I had the chance to use what would my sister say about this or what would my brother say about this. So I used that parable to get into my writing. And then, it just started the stories from there. Stories of growing up, stuff that I believe in. I'm just a realist. And if I say if it ain't real to me, how can I expect it to be real to anybody else?
Bilal did a one-man show.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was so crazy. I'm like, he doing a one-man show. Yeah. Okay, how's that going to turn out? Well, I went, and he told these stories.
Yeah, it was called The Side Show because it was a side of me that's son, and a lot of other people didn't know. Everybody see me, they be like, hey, Bilal, how you doing? But they don't know. Bilal was like, well, you ain't gonna let us see 21, And I was at that point, and I thank God that, he transformed me, and made me this person. And I don't regret that person. I regret some of the things I did, and I ask forgiveness for some of the things, for a lot of the things I did. But if I had to go through the challenge, I'm glad he put me there then instead of now.
Oh, Bilal has an upcoming production called The N-Word.
The N-Word.
The N-Word. Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, it's Black History Month, and I always wanted to do something different. So, and I've done, theater with, different race, ethnic backgrounds and things like that. But this one here is, really different. I've never.
So
really,
what's the N-word?
The N-word is the N-word,
What does the N-word mean?
No. Nutty, nigga. I want to know what's that word. Can we?
Oh well,
let's get it out. Put it out there.
Well, this is like the internet, so I guess it's okay.
It's okay. We allowed.
All right, okay. It's nigga. It's nigga. So, it really puts it out there, and it's not just. People calling one another like you nigger this or you nigger that. It's more so like to the concept of, well, if I can say that's my nigga and we cool, why can't somebody else say that's my nigga and he cool of a different race?
And it's actually a serious topic, though,
yeah,
because
it is.
A lot of people take this topic of using the N-word, which we're going to call it that,
N-word.
And they take it really serious.
Yeah.
But for the younger generation,
they
have a total different outlook on using the word nigger.
Especially like you're talking 17, 15, like I would say more so like my daughter's 22, and she don't have no problem with it.
Right.
So 22, they grew up on hip hop, and all my niggas get down like and what, down like
just
what.
About every rap song.
It's every rap song, and even the B word, like even that concept, is in this production as well because. You got women calling each other that. Where my B at? B, what you doing tomorrow? And when I was growing up, you better not call a woman that. They'd be like. They be snapping, and even with the N-word, my mom, like, she never told us any stories of racial tension that she's been in, but when she would hear that word, she'd be like, now, you want to call him something, call him an asshole. She would prefer you call somebody an asshole than the N-word,
Right.
But it's like you said, it's something that needs to be spoken because it's taboo. Like, people don't know, like, I tell people when Jay-Z come and J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, when these rappers come, they sell out.
Yeah.
They sell out them shirts at 60% white.
Yeah.
And the other 40% is black. And that 60% know every lyric.
Yeah.
So you best believe when they say nigga, they sing a nigga right along with them.
Right.
So and then when, the Jonas Brothers and all those people, the Caucasian groups come, they sell out too, but 99% of them are white.
Right.
So you ask me a Jonas Brothers song, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. But you ask a white person a Jay-Z song, they're going to be like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. So when you're not around, they saying it. And sometimes when you're around, they try to get comfortable to say it.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, it's that kind of
So can you tell us exactly the date, the time? Where can we get tickets from?
Yeah. Yeah, well, the day is Black History Month, like I said, is February the 22nd. There are two shows, a 4 p.m. show and a 7 p.m. show, and it's at the CEC building, which is 3500 Lancaster Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You can get tickets off of Eventbrite. Go to the N-Word, and I like to thank, Childhood Lost, Khalid Hayes, Stephen Gardner, for allowing this production to go up as well.
So Childhood Lost is involved in this
Yeah,
production?
Childhood Lost is the producers, as they've been of many of the productions that I've done.
Right.
Khalid Hayes and Stephen Gardner, the two brothers that co-found the production company. So yeah, and I would say come out and see it because we're gonna have a panel afterwards, like a Q&A. You can ask some questions and we'll hear what some people think about it,
Right.
Like I said, I have a couple of young people on panel, the cast will be on panel, and it's gonna be pretty cool. And it's a good production. It's directed by my man right here,
Wait a minute. What? Storm, you directed? Oh, shucks now. Oh, shucks.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into the next interview. What's the name of this radio again?
Hi, this is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. Along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
So let's get into the
next interview. Oh, here we go.
Do we
Here we
need
go.
drums? Do we need any music? Some trumpet sounds? Or you want to go raw? Because I know let's go raw at it. Go get him, son.
All right. We have this other fabulous brother in the house, and I have known this guy. Oh man, how many? Okay, since he came back to the stage, 8-9 years ago. Okay, we have Storm, but he's also known as TC Hardwell. Right? You know what? Me and Storm, I've always called you Storm, and we have done a lot of acting together. What's one of the productions we did? The John Whitehead story. Yes.
We just had his children here last 2 weeks ago.
John Whitehead's kids was here last week, and they're doing some awesome
And then
stuff.
also we're doing an award show for the to be on the 20 keeping alive in it, giving out awards of the be coming with that.
Okay. Right. We opened up, yes, and we were the first African American stage play at the Kimmel Center. Yes. The first. So, you're directing Bilal Islam's production, The N-Word. Okay.
And he directed my second one-man show, which was called The Grass is Greener on the Other Side.
Excellent.
Mm.
In such fashion.
Yes. Exactly.
Also,
Wow.
Which is
Right.
and each other. Very available. Very available back then. Okay. We just,
Right, right.
actually changed the bodyguard.
He said the
Yeah.
You know, 6'2", 320. It was
Yeah,
like,
come on, yeah.
I'm always the big guy. So he said, oh, you want to be out the box? Okay. Try this.
Yeah, he won one play.
I'm like, wait, whoa. I said, come on, man.
Yeah, he was a child molester.
With my son? No, man. He was like, no, it's just going to be implied. You out the box. I said,
I love it.
After work,
Right.
Yeah, I had him play a molester.
we got to go into detail.
I had him play a child molester, and then I had him play an abusive husband.
That's their brother, so let him go and get it in.
Wait, Bilal.
Yeah, I had him play a child molester. He molested his father. He wanted to get out the box.
Wait,
like, I
he
was
molested
like,
his father?
his son.
No.
He molested his son.
Right. You played that role?
And then he was beating his wife up, like, and people hated him.
Coming out the box.
All right, now listen. Anybody and everybody
Yeah, he was an
that knows
abuser.
me knows that I'm not my hands to myself. I'm a misogynist. Those that know what I do for my 9 to 5. I'm nice with these. I'm nice with these, but they under control until.
Yeah, he stomped her and everything.
This particular show we did. Why is it so hard to tell the truth? I said,
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a serious topic.
And he was on the side sometimes, and I don't mean to cut you off, but sometimes he would be on the side in the corner by himself, and I would go be like, "You all right, Storm?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm all right." But I could tell he was, because you know I'm not an actress, and I know how y'all actresses, y'all get into these zones, and sometimes I don't see them, because I'm just the writer,
Right.
But I respect my big brother, man, because he both roles, that's not him. Like, he's a sincere, genuine individual,
Right.
and I appreciate him, for being who he is.
Can I ask you a question?
I think both of y'all did it. And so grateful to have. I want to get into because the Afro-American those who know I am show man, I work my butt. Like we don't need all been. Why is it so hard? We don't understand. We have to support y'all. And it's important to buy tickets. It's important to sell these venues out so they can do other venues, create jobs. And I watched and heard some stories where Denzel Washington would hire everybody that was black that did the filming, lights, engineer, the sounds, the cleaning, the cook. We have to understand that if y'all get in, y'all can help other people
Definitely.
create jobs and income.
We got away from doing that, and we are struggling when even with the shows and the movies and the acting because we never learned how to spend money. The N word is a very powerful. I'm not afraid to say the N word. I'm not afraid to talk about black people because I see a lot of them just don't get it. You work your butt off. He worked his butt off. Sunbird. All of us in here has worked hard. That N word gonna be a powerful movement, and I think you should. In the things that he doing as an actor, switch it. It's a gift. Yeah, talk about it. So, how do you feel being a producer and really setting the tone on this play called Nigga? Did I get that right? Or did I say
No. Okay.
Okay. You know,
Play is actually
correct me now, son.
I just want to say, and this is one of the things that I love. I love about my. He will put this. I'm gonna send you something. Send you something. He sends me 25 pages.
Wow.
But I'm like, okay, I got it. I read it. I read it. But I'm figuring he had time to.
So it's worth reading.
So it's worth reading.
Exactly.
But then he said, I'll give him some feedback. He said, all right, I'm gonna finish it out, and I'm gonna send it to you.
You writing that fast, Bilal?
In another hour, I have another 25 pages. So with that, to answer your question,
Yes, sir.
the word did, we wanted to do just train. So just name, some bird heard the talked about content at a conference, and it's right here in my notes. If anybody doesn't believe, I keep notes. Right here it says new school, old school. Nowadays, they were in line with that. Nowadays, has no, but you have no issue with nothing you.
Exactly.
See, we've had a particular experience with having. It's a word of adoration, a word of disrespect to others, where the dictionary has depicted
Yes.
in those fashions for derogatory
Right.
a term of envy. But it also says amongst. So again, it shows you that there is hypocrisy in the word, hypocrisy in the delegation of the word, and hypocrisy of the word.
But they spell it differently, though.
But that's the point. That's the point. You're saying something is acceptable because you changed it a particular way.
Right.
Well, that's what has been going on for all these entire generations. Figure if you change a particular aspect of something, it becomes acceptable. Well, when dysfunction becomes function, it's normalized. And that's what we have to have the conversation.
Exactly. And for one thing, we know the production will strike a conversation. And
Yeah.
basically that's what you want.
And that's what
you
I
want
wanted.
the topic to become an everyday
And that's
conversation.
why I did it in Black
So
History
you're
Month.
saying the same thing what that lady did? Talked about.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Lisa, the NBA player.
Now, hold on now.
Did I start?
Let's do
Yeah,
two things.
Go ahead with it.
Yeah.
We heard and saw what we heard and saw.
Right.
Oh wait a minute, they talking about the lady who said nigga or the?
No.
Oh, you talking about Lisa Leslie? Oh, okay.
What we was elaborating on,
Right,
what he was saying
right.
in the big words, so we put that in the circle.
Right.
That can be inside the circle.
Exactly.
Using Afro-American, that's a great anchor spot
Right.
and position why a white audience control our black anchors like Oprah Winfrey got our show. They are controlled.
So he's talking about Gail.
Right.
Did you say the name again?
Gail King's interview.
What happens is a situation, there's dialogue. And in the dialogue, there's a context. Well, depending upon which part of the dialogue you is going to endear you to assumption of the context. We saw what we saw. We saw what they wanted us to see at the time they wanted us to see it to have a reaction.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I have a reaction.
Right.
All of it is not positive.
Right.
But again, also being a part of the media and a part of journalism, and that they want to get the story. This is where I have the, because Gayle King made a statement that her network sent this piece out and she didn't know it.
Come on. Say it
You
again.
got to get approval from her to do
Exactly.
Her
anything.
network
Exactly.
sent a out and she didn't know it. Well, you Oprah Winfrey's sister, like, this is my brother.
Okay.
And there's no part of this production that we don't talk about before we go and talk about
Exactly.
it, before
Exactly.
we go and present it,
Exactly.
before we go and confirm
Here
it,
it goes.
verify it.
Exactly.
So I'll even go one further.
Go farther.
Yes, you take a piece of the conversation, and that's the part you want to present because now we need the ratings. Because why? It's apparent she's no Oprah Winfrey. But what's also happening is took a piece of something, changed it, and now made it acceptable for dysfunction. Because why? Now the narrative again, well, not again, now the narrative is these black queens are now destroying the kings and the brothers because of the movement, Cosby, because
Yes.
of Russell Simmons, but they're not speaking on Harry Weinstein. They're not speaking on Matt Lauer. They're not speaking on the non-melanated brothers that out there were doing the same thing, lost their jobs, got put on the forefront, but they're not talking about that. But we're talking about Kobe. We're talking about the man that lost his life while possibly holding his child, telling her it was going to be okay. with him
Exactly.
not knowing that it was.
Exactly.
And you want to bring up something that happened that in the court of law, in the court of public opinion, in his family, had been resolved.
17 years ago.
Had been resolved, and you want to bring that and then have whether the network release. Is it by that or should we let that? It's too late, nigga. Because instead of leaving it where it should have been,
Oh, here it goes now. Come on. Here it goes.
instead of leaving it where it should have been, you put it up in an interview that made it absolutely clear he never asked send her a drink into my room. Never did these. Never made an interview
Right.
toward her.
Right.
But during this particular, everyone's time of mourning, because again, you never know how. In the celebrity world, you mostly know.
But you don't know the
You've been around,
inside.
but you don't know
Exactly.
the inside.
Exactly.
You don't know who's connected
Exactly.
to who
Exactly.
to receive what you said in a way that they might get up from that interview and want to blast your teeth out. Your
Right.
head.
Well, this is
Right.
the part of the show that the callers can call up the app. What is the phone?
Once again, the number to the radio station is 484-477-6348. Give us a call if you have any comments or statements.
We're asking our viewers. We are live on YouTube channel around the world, and the nigger word and the topic that we are sharing is outstanding guests here today. We know that a lot of y'all just watching us because we can look on all of our pages that my page is all over, up and down, from Australia, South Africa, Canada, Los Angeles, Baltimore, Washington, New York City. Hey, what's going on? Seattle, Washington. This is y'all time to call up. The only way that Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work, going to be successful if y'all participate. We're trying to build a radio show here. I know that y'all keep watching and watching and watching. We are talking about the N-word Negroes in this great country that we have worked hard, but all y'all just looking on your phones and the new technology, but y'all waiting for us to say something wrong. Then you want to criticize. Then the Negroes will come out and start gospeling. My name is Showtime, the hype man on Philly Hot Radio. Go ahead and finish off.
I wanted to
Yes.
answer the question that he asked about why we as a black people don't really support, or we can't seem to be.
Go ahead, shoot.
And I think, like, and I personally, because, son, you know me. I mean, like, I've come at this age to be more generally sincere,
Right, right.
about a lot of things.
Right.
And, I'm Muslim, and in Muslim, we say, when we love somebody, we say, muhabbullah. Means I love you for the sake of God. And I think we don't have that among each other.
Right,
I don't think we love each other for the sake of God. And I think, when you look at it, it's like, I want to, like, man, Storm Christian, I'm Muslim. I love this brother. We argue. We were just arguing yesterday. Like, I'm like, I don't understand that. He's like, well, you ain't got to understand it. I'm like, all right. So, but.
It wasn't a religious argument.
No, it wasn't religious. No, we never argue. We don't even talk about religion. We don't even talk about religion. We say how we love each other for our gods,
Right, right.
and that's that. And but what I was saying was, we go through different situations, but we calm it because it's always a calm after the storm. But this storm right here, I don't see a calm because I want what he got or I want what she got. I don't appreciate what he got, and I don't appreciate what I just want it.
Exactly.
So now, no, I'm not gonna give him nothing because I want what he got. So that form of jealousy, it destroys us.
Exactly, because it's enough out here for all of us.
It's
We
a
are all
land
in this business of
together,
entertainment.
right.
And one thing I've always heard is Philly don't support each other.
Nah, that's what I heard too.
We hear that a lot.
Move to
we say-
Atlanta, go to New York.
Exactly. In order to become somebody, you have to leave Philly.
Yep.
Well, we have to look around us.
Right.
How many people do you know that's actually buying tickets to your show? How many people has actually sat back and purchased my book? And it's not about us being arrogant,
Right.
but we want support.
Right. We
want the
need support.
We need
We
the
need
support.
support.
Because when you support somebody else, then that means I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna recognize you and
That's
help
right.
you out in your
And like the hype man said, you support me, that's gonna help me help that brother,
Exactly.
that brother,
Exactly.
that brother, that sister,
Exactly.
that sister. We gonna help each other, and we gonna build that team that's gonna be successful.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, we're closing in the hour because we only got an hour show today. But I want to thank both of y'all brothers, and I hope that y'all can come back and so
Yeah,
we can
definitely.
promote anything you want to do.
Right.
Also, we'll give you free advertisement,
Oh,
free,
appreciate that.
to promote you, to help you. We're gonna plant the seed today.
Yes.
with
yes.
you,
Oh,
Yes.
both of y'all, because y'all are jewel, city Philadelphia. We're
mm,
gonna bring.
yeah. Can I just say something? I'm gonna cut you
real
off.
quick and then
Right, because like we got that coming February 22nd, the N word. We also have
The
March
eulogy.
the 28th after the eulogy, and after the eulogy is a very strong play because after we have to talk about the people that's left after these children are being killed.
Right,
So how
right.
does life go on? And then we have another play which is called He Had to Stop Talking in Order to Be Heard. Not Without My Hijab. I've been on tour with that.
Wow.
So we have about 5 productions coming from February to April. So
Excellent. So
yeah.
get your tickets.
yeah, get the ticket.
your
Everything is on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, right. And they can look up
and
Bilal Islam.
They can look up Bilal Islam
Okay.
or Khalid Hayes on Facebook.
Shout out to Childhood Loss.
Childhood Loss is me on Instagram, BIslam5, because I got 5 kids on Instagram. But reach out, man. We got the work, and we
Yes.
work with people like that want to get into the art.
Right.
If you want to get into the art, we have things. We got books you want turned into a script. Let me know. I'll make it happen for you. We do it all.
Right,
we do it all.
right,
But
right.
You got Showtime to have been one of the hottest.
Yeah,
things,
man.
I don't know how y'all missing. I'm one
Well-
of the, and I'm one of the new uprising.
I can see that.
I
I'm hyped being here.
It's funny, ain't it? I had the energy, but the opportunity won't come because we use the same dinosaurs and the same people, the same people, the same people.
Right, right.
But I keep telling them, keep sleeping on me. So,
right.
son, we're gonna allow
Yeah.
you to say something. We're gonna allow you to say something real quick. We're gonna allow son that I'm gonna close the show. So you say little something, then son, and then we're gonna close Philly Hot Radio Show.
I'm put the ball in Storm's court first.
Go ahead, Storm.
I just want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you for having us. Shout out to B-Boy.
Oh, West Philly, I'm over broke, you know. I'm gonna let him know.
Overbrook
Okay,
too, but
good,
I
good.
spent a lot of years working
You know, I got thrown out there when he said the Speed Boys now.
West Philly.
Okay, okay.
Both teams are in, made it to the playoffs. Brother G5.
G5.
Keep your head, baby. I got you, man. We out here. We holding you down. I want to shout out Shanice Brooks, Asworth, Joshua Cox, Milo, asked up about putting in a lot of work. I can be found at
And get the check that way. You gotta get it in the mail.
on Instagram, that's a whole nother piece of business right there. On Instagram, it's storm underscore. Right? Just folks, we have to help each other.
That's
help each
right.
other.
That's important.
I am firmly and pushing for a gift so that we can help support, build, and share the money instead of competing for the same dollar.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
That's why we keep having it around New York. That's why we keep California. Putting our heads together, others, production, butting heads, same seats.
That's right.
You know,
That's
butts in
right.
the same. So when you're ready to, I'll let you be. I'm very good at that.
Yes.
But other than that, I just want to say thank y'all so much. And shout out to my single on the Saturday night team. Sorry. My bad,
Shelly
Shelly.
Shell.
Boy, y'all.
Saturday.
Boy, y'all.
And keep the grass cut low so you can always see the sun tile at your home.
Bilal, you got any last words for
No,
us?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank you guys for coming in. Once again, I am Sunbird. I am the woman who brings anybody who is somebody to the table that's doing big things. If you got something going on out there and you want to talk about it, dream about it, sing about it, be about it, hit me up. I can definitely get you on the air. Showtime, the hype man, my partner in crime over here.
We do have 2 tickets for, we bought a couple tickets, right, for guests, like, you know, anybody call in, you know, if you want to give them to a guest or something like that.
Good.
Absolutely. So we have 2 tickets to give away. So anybody can call in. That number once again is 484-477-6348. Showtime, thank you for having me. It has been an absolute blast. Shout out to my kids. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my man. Hey, Jill. Hey, Felicia. Darrell Lawrence is on here. Shout out to you. Thank you guys for actually tuning in with us. What we got coming up next?
Well, we got a
song or anything coming up?
We got a song. Can we play we have one more song that I'm going to close it because it's very important that the audience get a chance to see his talent. Then we're going to do some pictures because we always take pictures before y'all leave. We're going to take a picture together. Let everybody know we are working together. And so play a song.
This is a cute sound production song here.
Be sitting in my place with the thought of me kissing your face. I'll make love to you, doing the things we do with me not even really knowing you. Can something so wrong feel so right? It shouldn't even be happening, but it's nice.
was nice.
That was one of my favorite songs off that track.
You know what? That's what. Well, that's
That
what
was
it's all
nice.
about. You just heard a great talent voice, ladies and gentlemen. We are asking you, for those who like the book Sunbird, along with Showtime hosting, make sure that I'm one of the new hottest secret.
And if you need to book him, give him a call. Showtime the Hype Man. Oh, man, he used to tear up the Dell, and he's still tearing up Boardwalk Hall.
And so basically, before we close, I want to thank our audience around the world on you. Also want to thank those who on Facebook Live, Instagram. We're going to be working hard. And because I'm an underdog and a lot of people are still sleeping in the city, I said something that because I got an old wagon, and every time I pull up, y'all just looking and looking and looking and looking. Don't sleep on me. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, live on Philly Radio. We see you next week, and Dr. Rock will be back next week at 10 a.m. We're going to also, Sun will be coming in every now and then, rotating. But for those who got something, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.